Good evening and welcome to another video by Rideshare UK. Okay, on today's video, firstly I want to take you back to a video I done about 2 months ago. Now that video highlighted how hard Uber has made for its drivers who are on the UberAccess program. Now UberAccess program is a program where drivers provide service on behalf of Uber for the disability sector. Now, at that time, let me just give you a quick background to this. The UberAccess program is also run with partnership with WeFlex, I think they're called. Now, this is where Uber will pay a driver £150 a week, and the driver in turn, it's not necessarily, but majority of the time, Uber, the drivers in turn would go to WeFlex and hire this vehicle out for, I don't know, £200 to £250, depending whatever they took out. So if the driver took out a program, a car or a vehicle that was for £200, Uber in return will give that driver £150. And so the difference of £50 was going to be made payable by the driver. Now, this suited a lot of drivers at the same time, because drivers, for instance, who are new to this game, they would have had to fork out a lot of money to buy a new car. These days, a new car, you're looking at a minimum of around 10 to 15,000 because of this clean air zone that's coming out all over the shop. So if you haven't got that money, this was a good way to get on board. At the same time, if you're a new driver again, you couldn't afford the insurance because taxi insurance is very excessive. So that you suited the drivers in that term as well. And then obviously you got the guys who just wanted to relax a bit and give that gentle, caring service they probably wanted to finish their career off with. So you had them sort of people at the same time. Now, 2 months ago in that video, I mentioned how Uber actually moved the goalpost. This is what Uber's always known for, moving the goalpost. They'll promise you one thing, after a while they'll hit you back severely at the same time, and did hit a lot of the drivers very severely as well, because these guys were in a program where they've signed for 12 months and everything, and then obviously Uber drops the bombshell, and so these guys are forking out of their own pocket. And so this is what they've done. Now, yesterday, or today actually, sorry, you'd have received an email from them, all the UberAccess drivers, basically saying we're going to lower the target from 80 jobs. So this is what happened was they wanted their drivers to do 80 jobs a week, and also they gave them a designated area to work in. Now when you do combine both of them, you're theoretically in a full-time position working for Uber. So all this about flexibility and this and that went out the window. You were basically that was required from you to get this £150, and also working in an area, so you wasn't getting a freedom of working whatever you want to do. That was also compacted in as well, so that hurt a lot of the drivers actually. And so today what they've done is sent an email saying we're going to lower that 80 jobs down to 60 jobs. So something, I don't think that's even enough. I think this really needs to go down to 40 jobs for these drivers to actually make a good living. And also remember, these are the guys actually providing a very, very important part of the community they're serving. So Uber at the same time saying that they're going to lower it to, because I'm sure a lot of the drivers have told them to basically stuff it, we'll get our own vehicle, we'll go out working, doing the Excel jobs, or X jobs, whatever it is. They are going to leave this disability people in dire straits. And and this is the problem with Uber. They don't actually listen to anyone, and the people they actually listen to are giving the wrong advice, and they carry on with this, and this is what happens. So they backtrack now and they're saying, okay, we're going to go down to 60 jobs and still have to work in a designated area. I'm putting my neck out here saying that is still too much for these drivers, you know, if you hire these vehicles. And also at the same time, you know, they're saying you have to work in designated area, you know, they're having to come back to that area as well. And those areas you have highlighted are mainly the city centres and all them sort of things. I know what Uber's trying to do here, you know, they're trying to, like they've done in London, you know, they're trying to compact the drivers into areas they know they need to dominate, and this is one of the ways they're doing it, but it's doing it with the wrong drivers, and you're actually hurting the passengers, which you are meant to, you know, this program's meant to protect, you know, the disabled people. So it's wrong in both count here. I would say, you know, unless they go to, I say 40 jobs is probably more adequate. This UberAccess program is in jeopardy. You know, this ain't I can't see it run for another 2 years or so. I mean, obviously they're funding it, and unless all Uber are interested is in the actual results, the profit side of things. But the way they're doing it is totally wrong. You know, so what I'm saying here now is you need to lower that. 60 jobs is still too much for these guys. You need to lower it to 40. If not, you know, this access program is going to be very short-lived. Anyway guys, I'll speak to you later. Bye bye now.